for it. Whenever you are ready, go for it.
Alright, let's start.
Okay, cool. And then I'll update as we go. Good luck, sir. Good luck.
So, hi chat.
Oh, maybe so. Don't say the wrong one. Yep, as Nia said. Should be about... Oh, it should be about 15-20 minutes at most. Because the cutscenes take like forever. Like this one is at least 3.5 minutes. Okay. Still goes on for a while. And this cutscene it just goes on forever.
So, a lot what I will do is basically use meat and bombs for the entire run. But since David is the vet, I'll let David explain everything once he gets on.
Good old meat and bombs.
But basically, yeah, mainly it's just bombing enemies and evading RNG because enemies move quite erratic.
And hopefully getting like the patterns in each room.
Yeah, the danger room patterns.
Game.
Ah, man.
We do want to go last, like second. So it's always good for us to get Dark Wave first here. Because then we can heal after. Like even though Nina and Ursula were gems, if he Dark Waves again, it will do like mass damage to Ryu. So that's what we don't want. And then Ryu can die in this fight. Which is definitely what we don't want. Don't want to have to waste like an Ambrosia.
Hey, no death cow.
Oh, wait. Where are you?
Sorry, dude. I just had I was trying to swap over the runner.
The boxes start off with no item luck whatsoever.
Really? Damn you. The marathon luck. Or the relay
And
luck.
Bad
Strong.
RNG on the bets.
We're at 2,200 viewers. We're back on front page. Everyone's just
Yeah.
true.
Gonna die?
Fun
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Bringing in.
Nice. Nice. Sanctuary. So pretty much we're just gonna see this combo the rest of the fight. And on his water turn, we will do like 11k damage. And then like 8 to 9k on the other two. So it's an easy 6-turn fight. Well, 8-turn I guess, because you gotta transform and then heal. And Ashore is pretty much the same.
So this was the first part of the
Yeah,
danger
pretty
room,
good, man.
and as you
Feels
could
good
see,
to get this far.
I just
And
used
it coming to an end. This is the last hour, so yeah, the last one's really short. It's like an hour and 15 maybe. Yeah, no, the rest are like 7 hours long. So it's just a different game. Twitch.tv/IAmRayOfLight. Sorry, man. I'm all over the place trying to sort it out.
Nice.
So if anyone says Nina is useless, there you go. She just parried a dragon attack. What more can you ask for? That's fine. Well, at least the one good thing is like one thing we don't want to see is Nina or anyone dropping combos. That's just the one bad thing. Like we don't do max damage then. But Tyrant is really nice right now.
So let's hope for a rare box here. Yes, rare box is there, and it's money. Good.
Nice. Thought for a second I didn't put a thing back on Nina. Oh, wait. Good. Okay.
So, box is in there.
And Nina dropping combos.
That sucks, man.
Last hit as well. That was a really good Tyrant fight. Like, really good. It's ridiculously good. Why can't I get that in PB?
Okay. upcoming is the first boss. He's nothing special. He'll just attack and heal.
Wrong. Where are my things?
So this boss actually changes his attack pattern when he falls below 50%. But it's nothing major, he just attacks double then.
Excuse me.
So after this fight we get Nina. But we won't be using her much in the run. Except when absolutely necessary.
Maui Mal.
And the D-dash we got prevents enemies from encountering us, but we can only use it without any resource now. Later on it costs dragon counter, which you'll see later.
Don't worry, we got this. Another 10 minutes. 10 minutes or so. Depending on what Mr. Astro wants to do.
Scooters! And I got no bombs. So we have to fight them the old-fashioned way. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, Ray, you got plenty of time.
Yeah, but I actually messed the thing up, which will take a lot of time. I forgot. I thought I had 2 bombs left, but I didn't have any. And
Oh, really? Oh, damn, yeah.
this is not good. I might have to even restart the entire run. Damn. That never happened before, but it's probably because I'm nervous.
Hey, if you saw before, both me and Bowie, like, our game crashed, so... So we both lost like 15 minutes there.
Alright.
such a nice easy boss fight. All I have to do is mash it. And put on soul gems every now and then. And hope Ryu doesn't die. Or lose HP. And we good.
But yeah, I'll have to reset, it doesn't help. So sorry chat, I messed it up. I will try to concentrate from now on. Basically what went wrong there is I thought I had 2 bombs left, but I used up 2 too many, and with that I cannot make it. So let's try this again without any mistakes. Well, I hope I at least get a good storage fight, because then it wouldn't matter.
Soren, not bad. I really should have been counting his HP. Oh, it's good enough reason to use an Ambrosia. Let's turn. No, that was the wrong. That was the wrong item.
What happened?
God dang it. I didn't push down like long enough, so I ended up picking the item that was just above the item that I needed to pick, which was the Ambrosia, which heals like all dragon HP.
Alright.
I did dynamite instead.
Ouch.
Alright, nice. He didn't attack Ryu, so we're good. It's okay.
At least you didn't rip.
Yeah.
So for the chat, there's a small info. Basically, this run is only hard in the first 50%. Afterwards, it gets very easy. The first half is where you make or break the run. That's because there are 2 enemy spawn patterns and they don't matter much in the second half, but in the first half they matter a lot. It actually entirely depends on what you get as enemies and what you get from boxes. As you might have noticed, since I had to restart the run, some enemies were different. And the content of the boxes also vary.
Yeah, I should be done in like this turn or a couple of turns. Pretty close to dead. Soren. Let's just go for it.
And that's my injury. But that's okay. I'm used to it.
Oh, nice. We done. I knew I was close.
Hey,
So
congrats.
close. Thanks, yo. Ugh. Oh, we done. We'll now head over to David K with Dr. Fire 5. Enjoy. How's it going, David?
This might happen. Occasionally, it doesn't trigger all enemies when you attack them. That's also RNG, somewhat. And hi, David.
Hey.
I'll be silent now and leave the explaining to you.
You can still talk about what's going on with you, but I don't know if you explained anything about the general plot of the game early on, but...
Just that we're using bombs and bomb everything away.
pretty much what we do. Buy some bombs and some meat before I go to the first area. People who aren't familiar with the plot of this game, there was a disaster 1,000 years ago that forced humanity to go underground. But now they live in kind of a dystopian, corrupt society, and your goal is basically to fight your way to the surface. You get dragon powers along the way. Explained throughout the game, there are basically 2 different enemy patterns that you can get for each floor of each area, and you don't know what it's going to be until you get there. And like you said early on in the game, it matters quite a bit. Pattern in the bathroom. I just have to use a bunch of meat to get by, which isn't really ideal. Get it for our first danger room.
I had the bad danger room with the nuggets.
Yeah, I did too. So this is kind of doubly bad, getting the bad pattern and this one, because you have to use more meat. So I'm going to be low on meat when all is said and done here.
I never saw actually your way of dealing with the nuggets. Do you just fight them or do you actually bomb them?
Take them on one by one, and I just did this part wrong, but
So, it doesn't matter. Believe me, I will mess up more.
big of a deal. But it's gonna take a little bit longer because I didn't get one of the Dukes caught in the first bomb range. He was kind of hanging out way back there. Experience from it.
So this time I checked and I have enough bombs for the spiders later on.
That room. I actually picked up some meat there. Well, it's dropped some nice meat for me. That was really slow, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it. My meat's not that bad. I have 8, which is fine.
I also had the double bed pattern. So I also have 8 meat.
My capture card's a bit dark. It's really just gonna be like that for these early areas in the game where the areas are just naturally pretty dark. Fun.
It's not nice when Ryu is missing on the Cyclops.
Be bad, but it just makes the fight a little bit longer. I'm coming up to a room here where I could potentially get a very good item. There's probably about a 5% chance that there's a power boost coming up in this room here. And if I get it, then it can make the Cyclops fight very fast. But I'm not getting it. Power boost. Holy crap.
You did get a power boost?
I did.
Nice.
Really rare. Like I said, it's probably about a 5% chance of getting that. Maybe low.
Yeah, it's really rare. Holy shit.
But it does make the Cyclops fight a lot faster.
Double crit by Cyclops almost killed me. That dude wasn't nice to me.
So that's good. I didn't have the party experience to go up to level 6, so this power boost becomes even more important.
So, coming up shortly is the spider room again. Which is one of my most hated rooms, even though it's supposedly easy. I just kinda don't like the spooters. But this time we have bombs and we'll be pretty fast. I assume.
Quite kill him there. I'm gonna heal again. Quite as fast as it could have, because I was actually one level lower than I should have been. It's okay.
Spiders went well.
What pattern did you get? The ceiling or the floor pattern?
The ceiling pattern.
The better one. Dashing all we want here in the waste shaft, but after this area we can't dash freely anymore. We'll still use dash at various points in the run, but we use it pretty sparingly. Your room has in store for me. I tried to use the bomb. That's kind of funny. Snack. There. That wrong. I put down meat. Put down meat instead of a bomb.
That happens sometimes.
So I had to penalty retreat. Yeah, that's a big choke. I don't think I've ever done that before though.
Race magic. I never forgot to buy anything either, but it still happens, so... So this is the second boss fight, and it's our good old friend Bosch, who's now on the other side. And here we get the dragon counter, which game overs you when you shunned up.
sector.
Nice. Counter went a little bit higher, but that's okay.
That's sold for 1,200. That's incredible.
You got money or what?
I sold a handgun, 1,200 on E.
Wow. Nice. That's good.
Alright, what was your counter after Bosch?
2.4.
It's a little high, but it's still manageable.
Well, if push comes to shove, you can always fight Tantra without any dragon.
He can be dangerous, though.
Yeah, if he starts using Confuse every turn.
End on 0 AP like a scrub.
I'm not getting any money, that sucks. But well, there's this opponent called Kanafage later on, and the Canopage basically fixes all your money needs.
0.4 as well, but I had to do 2 breaths. So I ended my first one early. And money for bombs. So lot in the danger room here, so I could try to a little bit of counter.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen for me, and I got the panel where I have to shove him down.
Patterns you can get in the danger room in this area. One is really good and easy. So good.
I had to penalty retreat because one actually touched me. But that's okay.
What we got as well. Exact same patterns so far in terms of the danger rooms.
Yeah.
And the spiders. All in here. What is with?
This danger room is hating me.
Conventional by any means, but whatever.
Yeah, my danger room ain't working like it's supposed to actually. Because one of the big guys didn't get into the fight. He got knocked behind the safe token box, and he can't get out actually. So this also never happened before, but nothing you can't do about that.
Mine was not very good, but I made it through.
Oh, Christ.
Almost 20 minutes after exiting there is pretty bad for me. We just made it through that area and we ran back through the original town that we started in. I want to go to Biocorp. Wow.
So finally got the room. Good lord. That cost some time.
It's locked. So town where there are some baddies waiting for us. Is that you get poisoned every turn. It doesn't really matter too much. In this fight, at least. Okay. Yes. Really early. Counter, but finish them off with a couple Deathbringers.
So what's your counter now?
I think it's like 8.7 something. Two, which is pretty good. Really, anything around or under 9% here is fine. That you could be at this point as like low 8. That is pretty standard.
I guess I'll have to fight Tantra later completely without Dragon to fix my counter. It's 9:30.
It's 20 meats. I also bought an escape. Corp. And nothing much really happens here. There's no boss in this area. But this is where we do the main money farming part of the run. Age to get 10,000 Zeni. But there are two different patterns you can get in the Canophage room. One is very favorable, you can do it very quickly and easily. The other, not so much. So let's see what we got here. And this guy.
Which pattern did you get with the Canophage?
A good pattern.
The good pattern?
Yeah. It's in the yellow box afterwards. There's usually about 1,000 Zeni in there, but sometimes it'll be party experience. Prefer the money. Just finished skipping the cutscenes with the scientist guy there. For people who haven't played the game, there's a cutscene there that plays where the scientist tells some very disturbing information that makes Ryu angry, and Ryu gives him a big dragon punch right to the face.
I got the bad pattern, but I got the Canophage first try.
This is the area leading up to the Frozen Road. The Frozen Road is really kind of the calm before the storm. It actually contains the hardest danger room in the game. And then after is the storage battles, which is one of the hardest parts in the game and a casual playthrough, and can be a little tricky in the speedrun. The slight detour here to buy a better sword for Ryu and a weapon for Nina that lets her attack things directly. Before, she just had the Pyromania, which only lets her attack through setting traps. But I bought the antenna, which has the skills Jolt and Lightning equipped to it automatically. And Nina being able to attack things in this safe route for the speedrun is really important. You do then from time to time to attack things. Mentioned earlier, the Frozen Road has the hardest danger room in the game, and execution-wise, it's probably the most difficult part of the speedrun. enemies that you have to herd together. You have bats that can drop at different times. It's really random as to when they drop, and it's just really, really tricky to do. But let's see how it goes.
Did you save before the frozen part?
I did not save because I bought an escape, so I felt pretty confident that I could clear it without saving. I am gonna save before storage though. This run in a marathon setting, I did save before the Frozen Road Danger Room, but a save before storage. Alright, so sell that. Bunch of stuff there. The most intense menu part of the game. So I am gonna sit here because this fight could go wrong. Most of the time it won't, but there's a chance that bad things could happen. One of the more difficult parts of the game in casual playthroughs because they just throw this gauntlet of 3 bosses at you with no breaks in between. Oop. You have to fight all these rangers here, and I'm kind of at the mercy of what they decide to do. That they move themselves into the right positions for me to accomplish what I want to. Now I'm just kind of assessing what's going on with Nina. Heal. Cooperate.
So, Frozen Room went well.
Okay.
Kind of.
Something a little unconventional here.
didn't you get all together?
Got a really bad setup, so I'm actually gonna burn 1% just so I can move into position and kick this guy. So I actually burned 1% there just to be able to move over there. I would not want to use that 1% there, but I didn't really have a choice.
Yes, the storage fight can go Ori really quick.
Hit him too.
But afterwards, it's smooth sailing.
Here after this, although things can still go wrong. It'll be tricky. Mechanic with this robot fight is that once you get the robot down to 1 HP, he goes into self-destruct mode. And at that point, pretty much all attacks will not do any damage to him. So wait for him to blow up. Attention when he's in that mode is D-breath, so you can just use D-breath there to finish the fight off without having to wait the turns for the self-destruct to go down. Off against Captain Zeno, who was our boss before, but now she's trying to kill us. The librarian lady. Hits there were pretty weak. Off with some slices.
Yeah, I also got a bad pattern in the room, in the storage fight, so I also have to burn the extra %.
Did you like almost 25% right now, which is really high, but it's still okay.
Crap.
Already high going in, then if you saved right before the fight, I'd consider just resetting.
Yeah, I
Instead
probably
of
have to
burning that
reset.
%.
I saved and I have to reset. It went totally wrong. Nothing you can do there when it goes wrong. Basically, they cut spaced Lin, and I couldn't. They moved so that you cannot push the guy from the bottom to the top. RNG is not my friend today.
Hasn't been too good.
Well, now that I think
Sloppy
about it,
today.
it was only bad patterns so far. Not much money either. And a bad storage fight.
I'm coming up on the first industrial zone danger room, and as you've been seeing throughout the run, we've been manipulating the enemies in the danger rooms using meat and then blowing them to hell with bombs. This is another fun one that kind of puts that into practice. That I hit the meat behind the wall so that the bats were distracted and I could just line them up and just completely annihilate them. There. These darn robots saw me, and I was still able to run by them. Since my counter is really high, I didn't want to have to spend a dash there. So now we fought Contra 1, and in a normal run where you're going for, a super good time, you just completely kill him with Dragon. But this is the part of the run where, in a safe route, you would only use a little bit of Dragon and then fight him halfway legitimately in order to save counter for later on. On Twister. Unfortunately. And
I really have no luck
then hit
with
him with
storage
some
battle
slices.
today. Oh well.
Him here, Endure Lightnings, because what Tantra likes to do is use sleep on the first turn, and by putting Nina in that position, he can't sleep my entire party. He has to choose between Lin or between Nina and Ryu. Lin an opportunity to heal their sleep so that they won't be indisposed on the next turn. I'm gonna throw some useless shots at him. Bench. One of the best sound effects in the game. Lol. That confuse missed. But that's died there. Actually, have Ryu first because he can maybe kill him faster. Alright, so that fight wasn't the best, but it went hit me, then
Finally,
I
the
could have
first
been in
storage
trouble.
battle is over.
Industrial Zone, there's actually 2 different paths you can take. Each path leads to a different mini-boss, and the boss that we choose is Degon. We choose Degon in a second here, because, once again, there's a neat little strategy that we can use to just completely wreck him with bombs. Bye, Degon.
Oh man.
And one that you guys can try at home. Gone to guess who? Only this time, he's a little bit stronger. We're just gonna dragon his behind. Now, it's okay that kill. That'll only kill him if I get a critical. I can just finish him off with a couple sword slices and maybe a couple lightnings.
And I'll have to fight Tantra later on without any dragon. Dragon count after storage battles is now 26.
Probably wouldn't even be worth it to transform in Vortex, so that'd only save 0.5%. Mall now, and this is just a little dungeon between areas. There's no boss in this dungeon. Nothing really special happens here. An unfavorable enemy pattern for this first part of it. Some any enemies. Those guys. Which is kind of the headquarters of the revolt's corrupt underground government. Map. Christ. Battle is that, or the... I mentioned this battle is that if Nina gets knocked out, then you get a game over. But Goofy. But there's the leader of Trinity ordered his soldiers to attack us, to try to make it, and they were supposed to be disguised as rangers, to try to make it look like the rangers were doing things in order to, you know, get Ryu on Trinity's side. But the plan didn't quite work out the way he wanted to. Scary part coming up here in the Lifeline, where I have to get by a bunch of tri-lizards who are blocking a doorway. It usually goes pretty well. Part always makes me a little nervous, even though it's really not that hard to get past.
You mean the big runner guy there?
Tri-lizards and the Devogue in Lifeline.
Yeah.
It's basically a game over. Go up a level here. Yes.
What? Tantra is being an asshole.
The lifeline boss. Which is our good friend Bosch. I'm not gonna completely kill him with dragon form, but oh man, it's not good. Great. Quite a bit of health left. Fine.
So what I'm doing here is I'm fighting Tantra without this dragon to fix my dragon counter, because otherwise it would get too high. But since I got a power boost, he's going down pretty fast.
It's really good at. Tight. Can I make it to 100? That was a little bit tight. If Ryu had not been able to finish him off there, it would have gotten interesting.
Bosch?
Our twister hits were pretty weak, so it came down to like the last 2 slices or so for you to finish him.
I know that. Just recently it happened that I wasn't able to make it and then he killed off everyone.
If you let attacks on you, especially when he goes into his like final stage where he starts going berserk, it's very, very dangerous. So I'm going to equip that violet blade that we got from Zeno, but I'm also going to check this shop here for a stronger weapon. And no weapons to be found, which really kind of sucks. That's actually weird that that shop doesn't have a weapon that I can buy that's stronger than Violet Blade. So it's now becomes very important that I manage my experience so that Ryu becomes level 32 by the time I reach Ilion. Which is one of my favorite parts because the music is so cool. Happened there, man. I somehow screwed up the danger room in Power 1.
The Charon room?
Yeah. Charon. Been pretty sloppy today. notice that there are a bunch of skeletons in that room with the Charon. The skeletons have a mechanic where if you kill their host, which is the Charon, then the skeletons will all die. So you really just have to kill the Charon there. And also, until you kill the Charon, the skeletons will just endlessly respawn. It's getting good. Do something I wouldn't normally do, but since my counter is high, I'm gonna throw down G-flares to do a little bit of extra damage to Demonade in case my dragon hits are weak.
And even the second Chantra had bad RNG, man. Seems it's not my day today. Good thing the RNG parts are over. Except Jesuit, maybe.
Demonade. Go there because it saves you from having to use that vortex, which saves you one. Center, which is kind of the final area. It's where all the higher ups live. There are a couple of different paths you can take in the center. There are 4 different bosses you can fight. Depending on the paths you take, you fight 2 out of the 4. The path towards Cupid. That we do this path is because of the here. Then guy here has a Pandora's box, and if you kill him on the first turn, he'll drop a 7th sense, which is a very, very good item. That's for 1 turn. And unlike other stat boosting items in the game, the 7th sense will actually carry over into dragon form. which makes it very, very useful. It's basically the equivalent of 1 decharge. 7 cents essentially saves you 2% on your counter. And grab some money here. Experience funneling here. I'm going to let Onko kill Nina, which will give Ryu more experience. Because I need to make sure Ryu is as high level as possible. That fight, which is pretty good. This is where you choose the next path that you take, and we choose the path towards the Jesuit. The reason that we take this path is because Vexation is the other alternative boss that you can fight, and he's just not viable at all in a speed run. And another reason is because we get another one of these Pandora's boxes. So we can get another substance. One side of taking the path to Jesuit is that you have to fight Jesuit, and this guy can be not very nice. But let's just hope that none of that happens. Gimmick is that he enters this Shadow Walk form, which makes him untargetable. And the only way to bring him out is to either wait for him to just wear off from it, or I'm trying to up. If you can make him walk into a trap, it'll also bring him out. But the thing is that one trap will not be enough to break through his absolute defense. So you have to stack up of each other, like I did there. So he has to hit by multiple traps at once in order to actually damage him. Good that both Lyn and Nina died there, because Ryu gets more experience that way. Very careful about where you hit Jesuit here, because if spot your dragon attacks, he has a really weird hitbox where if you hit him just in the wrong place, if he's standing off to the side or something, you can outright miss, and obviously missing with your dragon attacks is very, very bad. So that's good. That's the end of the center. Now we move on to kind of the final final area after the center.
And it's Bosch.
We have the shop girls just hanging out here, like at the end of the world. As I can. And I'm also gonna snare. Experience. Leon, which is quite good. In casual playthroughs, he's one of the stronger bosses in the game. And let's go ham. Important that I kill him with just 2 twisters.
And hopefully
Cool,
no misses.
so that should be easy. Yeah, no misses either. That can happen. Alright. So that's good. I think I wouldn't have needed the criticals because I think my attack power would have been high enough, but getting criticals is always nice. Thing that could potentially go wrong here, and that's if this next boss outspeeds Ryu. There's a happening, but it can happen. And Bosch again, and he's not faster than me, so he is dead. So, vortex there, so I would have been okay to use a vortex, but crits are always nice. And now this is really the final boss, which is Bosch in his dragonized form. And just go crazy on him. It would all be over, but and this event boss throws a lot of people for a loop because they're not sure what to do, but all you have to do there is deep breath him until your counter reaches 100% and he goes down. And
Christ. So since you said you're on the event boss, you're already done, right?
Finished. I'm letting the last cutscene play out.
Yeah. Congratulations on the run.
You want Power 1?
Yeah. Your favorite area music-wise?
It's pretty good.
My Rio is that under-leveled so that you... Oh, alright. Never seen that before. Doesn't matter anyways. I checked the boxes there because instead of the full AP, sometimes there's a speed boost, and it can be pretty useful for the last, before last boss, Bash. And lots
Being
of
a speed
honey.
boost is really good.
I'm not getting any money though. So up there's my last chance to get money. And nope. No money either. Today's run been full of not so nice RNG.
Times.
But I'm still kinda happy. I mean, I've been learning this game for what now? 3 weeks? And for that it's quite okay.
This well, after only just learning the game, is pretty awesome.
So hopefully he cooperates. Sometimes he randomly dodges to the right. And he
Back.
cooperates.
They'll just run away.
What do you actually do if he runs away?
I just wait a turn, honestly.
Yes. I think my level's fine.
as long as you're 32 before
it's
Helion.
It's 33, so it should be fine.
Yeah, then you'll be at 34 for Bosch. So I can't remember if you actually gain speed at 34. I don't know. You might. I don't know. The chance that you get quick Bosch.
And just in case, because usually it doesn't happen, but just recently on a practice run I played Ilion like I always do, and I just outright missed him 2 times, which puts your dragon counter so high that you cannot finish the game. I think it has to do with the railing here. If you hit him into that, your second attack might miss. But all's well.
The backs, so he doesn't railing on either hit, then it's fine.
And it's Bosch. And we got quick Bosch. And that's it for him.
Did he not kill Ryu?
No, he didn't kill Rio. He killed Nina actually.
Which, especially if you're at the right level, is just super rare.
He died in one twister. Nice.
What's your counter?
I have to see it, but it's sub 90. It's
Actually,
88,
triple
90.
charge. Yeah, you can triple charge and do 2 twisters. It's slightly faster on the final.
there he goes. So the event boss is coming up, and you already seen it in David's part. But well, you just gotta hit those 100. And that's that. I'll leave the cutscenes also playing because they are quite nice. And actually, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank David for his notes and support. He helped me a lot. I want to thank Bowie, which kind of forced me into the relay, but otherwise I probably wouldn't have done it. Actually, the whole story was like this. 1 month ago, pretty much 28 days ago, I went onto Madu's channel and people there were like saying, oh, there's Breath of Fire relay now. What cool. And they were saying there is no second Breath of Fire 5 on it. And I was saying, hey, that was a nice game. I never finished it when I was younger and played it casually. I might want to finish it, and why not do a speedrun? And half a day later I was in Discord and it was like, hey, congrats, you're a runner at the relay. But everybody was really supportive and helped me out a lot. So it was a really nice part of this, and if there's ever gonna be another relay, I'm glad if you have me again. And of course I'll be better then. I'll practice. It's kinda hard to get good at this in only 3 weeks. And if you subtract work, it was only 2 weeks.
Yeah, you did really, really well considering you just started learning the game. Like, you did an awesome job, man.
Thank you, thank you.
I'd like to say thanks to everyone out there as well who is watching and supporting the relay. Thanks to Bowie, everyone who helped organize it. It's kind of a long time in the making that it finally happened, and it turned out to be a really incredible relay. You know, right from the start, that Breath of Fire one was, it's just absolutely insane. And took off from there. So thanks to everyone out there who is watching. I was really happy to do this and hope that I can do it again.
Just a small aside, in case you're wondering, because the two games look a bit different. Mine is on an emulator and it's upscaled, so it actually looks a bit better. And David is playing his on PS2, but I don't own a capture card, otherwise I would also play on PS2.
On one of the old fat PS2s to boot.
Nice. Just a small aside.
Still runs like a...
しばらく動けそうにないから頼むよ。
David is playing his on PS2, but I don't own a capture card, otherwise I would also play on PS2.
しょうがないね。ちょっと疲れちゃったみたいだね。先行っちゃおう。
On one of the old fat PS2s.
一休みしたら行くから。
Nice.
先に行っといていいな。
Still runs like a...
必ず行くから。
しょうがないね。ちょっと
俺たちの役割も終わりってとこだな。疲れたよ。一つ聞かせてほしい。俺がここまでやってきたのはそれもプログラム。疲れたよ。一つ聞かせてほしい。それを聞いて安心したよ。さよならアジン。プログラムさよならニーナ。それを聞いて安心したよ。さよならアジン。さよならニーナ。泣きすぎだよ。さよならニーナ。
あ